I want to just go through the fundamentals of externality cost due to pollution generally in industry. Let's take this example graph from our textbook, Exhibit 9.1. What we are looking here is the supply and demand curve for a particular product. If supply cost for a private industry, let's say once again it is a paint industry, their supply cost is S1, and the demand for paint from the consumers is this one. This is the marginal benefit society receives, but they don't understand the cost it takes to produce it in total. They only see the private cost the paint industry pays for. So the market clears here, and let's say this paint industry does not clean up their waste. They just simply dump it into a river and let the society pick up the cost of the fishes dying in the river and the beauty of the waters being lost and all of that. So since they are not picking up their cost is lower. The line looks like S1, and at a low cost consumers consume a lot of quantity, so they consume about 120 at a price of 8. But in reality the cost is a lot more than what this S1 line would indicate, because there is a externality cost of the fishes dying and the water river getting polluted. All that could be about this much. That gets passed on to the society. So if we tack on that cost on top of the supply cost, and if we internalize the external cost to the paint industry by taxing them, let's say the environmental pollution agency from the government tells them that you need to pay X amount of dollars, these external cost dollars, every time you dump the waste into the river. Then the supply curve now would look like for 120 unit to produce, it would actually cost them this many dollars. It will cost them $12 to produce it and not $8. So when the supply curve then shifts this much, they will pass on the $12 to the society. So they would say, hey, I no longer could sell this 120 units for $8, it would cost you $12. So given that as a supply curve, now the society would say, well, in that case, I want to consume a little bit less. So now the S2 is the new supply curve, but the consumption demand line is still the same, but at a higher price, the quantity demanded goes down. So now the society sees the entire marginal social cost, and then they're making sure that marginal benefit equals marginal cost, and they stop right here. At this point, the marginal benefit to the consumer is $10, and the marginal cost, including all cost, is now $10, and the market efficiently clears. Here, market is inefficiently clearing because the market thinks the cost is lower. They think it's $8, so they consume more. So we over-allocate our resources and produce 120 units. Matter of fact, the market should be under-allocating than this one, or they should be optimally allocating only 100. They are over-allocating. So that's the idea, to bring the market back into efficient production by taking externality costs and internalizing it through some pollution tax or some sort.